Hey YouTube, it's Owen here, and I'm playing some Vladimir. Now, I want to go for boots first item. It's Vladimir against Mundo, so I apologize if this turns out to be one of the most boring fucking games you ever watched, but Vladimir versus Mundo sounds like a who can sustain the longest battle top lane, and when I go for boots and floor pots, it means that I can maybe dodge his cleavers more often, and then on top of that, I get to have more potions for lane. I took TP top lane instead of Ignite because, like, I don't really think that I'm going to be able to kill Mundo. Like, if I have the ability to kill Mundo, then something went wrong, or like my jungler ganked and we had a lot of pressure for a little bit. But he probably was going to take teleport also, and I was going to be able to... Come on. Okay, well that trade wasn't worth it, but he was probably going to take teleport also. And me taking TP just makes it so that I can split push and then even come back to lane if I have to. So that's the reasoning behind TP. In a fight, I'll probably just get like slowed by him, and then I'll probably just get slowed by him and then just, you know, completely ignore him. Try to. Yeah, so basically us trading like this early just makes it so that we both have a really risky lane. And whoever come ganks top the first is the one that's going to have the safer time. I get the heal a lot earlier than he does because of my Q. So I can just kind of sustain where he actually doesn't have the same amount of sustain as I do. And then Vladimir's auto attack sucks so much. Like 4880 right now at level 1, so I'm not really expecting to be able to kill minions, but you can always Q him and get the CS. It's actually really easy to Q and get a CS as Vladimir. He's not really farming, so it makes me feel like he's trying to make me push in, but maybe that's not the case. Fuck. I was trying to get my Q off on that minion. It didn't work. That's why you should probably just hit A and Q at the same time. Their jungler is Kha'Zix, so I should really go put a ward down. Like, I'm gonna miss 1 CS of experience for that, but sorry, our jungler is Kha'Zix. Who's their jungler? Pantheon. Their jungler is Pantheon, which is just as bad as Kha'Zix, honestly, because they both are really heavily early game oriented. It doesn't look like I was gonna get ganked. So I can just sit here and kind of like push the lane without actually hitting Mundo, as long as I get out of range of my E on him. And then I can also just try to harass him underneath the turret. You can't really do anything about this. If Kha'Zix would have came top, I think we could have dove. That's okay. I can just push him into turret and make sure that he doesn't really get any CS. Alright, and then there's Pantheon. Thank you someone for pinging, because I wasn't really looking at the map. It's like last priority. And then I also have my W now, so like even though Pantheon's probably in the bush on the river, I can hopefully just W away from anything like too dangerous. And then while I do this, looks like Kha'Zix is gonna go for some counter jungling. And then I popped a potion, and so that way I could keep my E up. I didn't want to just sit there and keep on trying to charge it though and get Mundo to come out, even though I think I might be able to kill him. I can just keep on harassing and pushing. Looks like Pantheon's mid again. Fuck. What you should do on Vladimir is try to keep your stacks up on your E, that way you maintain as much damage as you can. Like right now I only have 2 stacks and then 3, and it goes away if you let it, but if you keep it maintained at 4, you end up doing a ton of damage. and it's actually really hard to do that in early game levels because it costs you health, but you don't really get health back because you don't have spell vamp yet. Watch this. Alright. Alright, and then I just tried queuing the minion, but it didn't work out. I'm gonna manage to get back and get a Hextech Revolver, which should give me the spell vamp that I need to sustain in lane for a while. And let's see. I'll buy a ward also just for Kha'Zix. And then I want to save my TP here instead of using it, because me and Mundo are both dead at the same time, so technically I'm not losing lane experience when I'm gone. And then if there was a ward over here, I would definitely try TPing, but if I tried TPing like to the turret or something, then they would just run away, and I wouldn't be able to catch up with them to them because I'm Vladimir and I don't have my flash anymore. So it's just something to be cautious of. When you go for a TP gank, you should make sure that you are in a position to flank them or like catch them out, right? And if he comes in here, I just have to W. Okay. He canceled his E early because he didn't want to take tower shots, but he definitely should have held on to it. And then I don't want to use my E because of the fact that I'm super low. So I'm just gonna try to use my Q only and auto attack. So I'm gonna go for a Vladimir build that's more damagey rather than tanky. Actually, I don't know about that. Maybe I'll go for a tanky version of damage build, but I still want to be doing damage instead of whatever the fuck else you can build. Like, I don't want to buy a Warmogs and then just end up doing nothing in a team fight, because I'm ahead, so I can kind of abuse that fact, and I won't get behind in lane if I build damagey. Like, most of the time if you build tanky, it's because you're kind of behind in lane as Vladimir. Right now that seems to not be a problem for me. And damage Vlad does so much that it's kinda crazy not to build it sometimes. Nope. Alright. Well, the most I can do here is just try to kill him, because he can sustain through all of my damage right now. Fuck. And then I'm not really doing much, if you notice, because I don't have nope. I'm trying to get the fuck it, I died. Yep, there's Talon. So what do you do here? No idea. Yeah. Oh, the blue squares. He's not gonna get the kill on Talon. Yeah. I basically figured I would just die in the bush and that would be okay, but then the kind of the TP top kind of made it so it was not worthwhile for him. And then they actually should have gone dragon. Well, I guess Kha'Zix is low, but they still probably should have tried doing dragon after we found out that Pantheon ulted top lane. And now, let's see, so Mundo has a Negatron cloak, which means that I shouldn't harass him as much as I'm still going to harass him as much as I can. You always want to harass as much as you can when you're Vladimir. But, that's like the whole point of Vladimir. That's the only way that you do well. But you don't want to get chased down and die at the same time. And that's what happened last time. I put myself in a position where I couldn't turn around and go back, but I couldn't go forward and get a kill. So it just means that I lose. And I want to try to avoid that this time. Okay. If he's just ulting, then fuck. Come on, man. And then I want everyone to go down to Dragon, because I can just TP to it and we'll outnumber them. And then if they want to fight, it's going to be a 5v whatever. And they'll always be down on mid in this case. So it's actually just a forced drag. And a forced drag is usually, if you can get a forced drag, it's really nice because you get extra gold. Like this is, in solo queue, this is actually a really early dragon, and like LCS and stuff, it wouldn't be an early dragon because they have a lot more coordination and teamwork, so they can rotate earlier and get kills like that. But, or like if they get a kill like 6 minutes in the game, then they'll just have 5 people go to dragon or 4 people go to dragon, and they won't really contest it because who wants to try to fight them at that point? Like in solo queue, that doesn't really happen because everyone's too much of like, they're too afraid that they'll lose dragon because they don't have any communication with the rest of their team. Like, oh, what is someone gonna do if the rest of the other team comes up? And in solo queue, sometimes people will just leave or turn on the enemy, and that's why no one ever really. Fucking Christ, dude. Damn, Talon wants my D. The best thing that Karthus can do in that case is just try to push lane. And I'm actually gonna go for distortion boots because I have flash and teleport, so it should work doubly good for me. What I want Karthus to do is push his lane really hard. Like anytime that Talon's not in lane, I want Karthus to just fucking push his lane as hard as he can. That way Talon can't roam. And what's happening is that every time Talon's gone, Karthus just kind of sits back and makes it and freezes it in mid lane. And when you freeze it in mid lane, it gives the other mid laner a chance to roam, which is the only part that's been fucking me. Because I keep on pushing up, and then Talon will like, or Mundo will engage on me, and just like run up and hit cleaver on me, and then I can't get away because I'm retarded, and Talon has a jump that's really strong. But I should be able to get this turret right now. I mean, if Talon fucking ganks me again, dude, I'd be so pissed. But we're still probably up in global gold. Alright, then I'm gonna back off. Next thing that I'm gonna build, either Rylai's or Rabadons, because I literally want as much damage as I can get. The Rylai's is really good because it stacks really well with Vladimir, so I actually get a lot more stats off of it than it gives, just because I have my passive, which, you know, changes ability power into health and health into ability power. And the other thing that I can do is buy a Rabadons, and that would just give me more damage flat overall. So it kind of depends on what I want in terms of team fighting. I might want I might just want a better team fight. Like if I went for Rabadons, that'd probably be a better laning item, and then I think Rallies would probably be a better team fight item because I could get the AoE slow off and be able to tank more damage longer. And we already have a lot of AoE damage, so our abilities stack really well. Like my ultimate and Karthus's E and ult stack really well, along with Morgana's ult and everything like that. And Ezreal's ult, so we should just probably try grouping a lot more often. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go for Riley. I think I convinced myself. And I want to try to be behind minions. I basically want to be behind minions whenever Mundo does this, because he'll be shooting his axe at me, and if I'm standing behind a wave of minions, then he can't hit me, which is good for me. And then the reason why I keep on running over here is to see if Talon's going to try to gank, because I haven't really been watching this ward, and Talon can actually make it past that ward without me seeing if he runs smart. And see, like right now Talon's gone from lane, and no, he's back. Kind of zoned out there for a second. Holy shit, that bush was warded. Or I auto attacked and they got out. So what they should do now, since there's two top lane, if they don't rotate down, then they should take bot turret, and then our team should rotate to dragon to take dragon. Since Talon's still top, so that's what they should do. They should go dragon right now and just take dragon too. And then even though I died, I would have gotten the tower gold and dragon gold, so that's like 300 gold. And then I said that I wanted this, and then I'll wait for drag to get my next purchase. So the ability, or blasting wand, that's a blasting wand. And then let's see. Double kill for Karthus? No. Well, Mundo kind of just tanked all of our damage, but yeah, we ended up giving a double kill to Karthus, which is kind of what I want, because I want Karthus to be doing a lot of damage while we do a lot of damage, but I also want us to be able to group and roam. The bad thing about that whole thing was that Ezreal died as well bot lane. So like even though it would have just been a 2-for-2 top, and we would have given it to Karthus, who does a ton of damage late game, and they would have gotten 1 kill for Mundo or some shit like that, and then 1 kill for Talon. I think that was how it was distributed. It wasn't really worth it, because then Ezreal died bot lane and concentrated from that. Then I'm not good at freezing lane on Vladimir, and by not good I don't mean like, oh yeah, I'm just not good at it, you know. I just don't like doing it. I like to push really hard on Vladimir. And now the plan that I want to do is to go mid and just take the mid turret now, because if Mundo split pushes top lane, since both of these turrets are gone, the most you can do is try to get the inhib turret, but then, you know, all we have to do is just base and stop him. And it's actually really close to where we are, so we can just try to like blow everything basically on Mundo. But job, Crocus. Okay, it looks like I didn't have to ult for that, but I did anyways. And then who's alive still? Lucian's alive still. And then Kha'Zix is basing to stop Lucian, I think. We can't get much else on this because of the fact that, wow, Kha'Zix died. Okay. Well, I was gonna say because me and Morgana are me and Morgana, but now it's just because we don't have anyone to really do anything useful. So I guess we're just gonna base. And then I'm gonna go for Graviton's next, because I want literally as much damage as I can get now. Because at this point, it's like we can win team fights really easily, especially if they group against us. But they're just trying to not do that, I guess. Like in the last fight, we actually lost because Kha'Zix chased Pantheon for no reason. And then after he didn't get Pantheon, Pantheon killed him, which made it extremely not worth for us. Cool. I gotta shut down on Lucian, but again, we didn't win that fight. We actually went 0 for... No, that wasn't equalized because Morgana died beforehand, I think. So I think we actually went down 1 kill on that whole trade. I'm not sure if the teleport for the exhaust was really worth it in that case, but that's okay. Because now we have can't buy a game, won't let me. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Let's see. We could try grouping again. But we haven't had a solid group. Like when we grouped, they didn't, and then we tried like splitting to catch up with them, and then the last time we just got picked off, and then it ended up being a 2v3 where I didn't have my summoners up at the time. And it took me a while to get them back up. If he gets his ultimate here, I basically lose the fight. Like if he has his ultimate, I can't kill him. And he can just chase me down and keep on cleaving me until I have no health. Did they already get it? Yeah, that's the fucking whole point of ulting or teleporting over there. But we can just go up here now. I don't know what Karthus is doing, but it was a bad idea to split, so we can just keep on going. And we'll try to get an inhib off of this. And then you notice that I pooled there. Like, I had full health, so I was going to lose 20% of it. But, I didn't really lose much because... does a lot of damage. I don't know what Morgana's trying to tank Lucian for. It just sucked because Karthus was top lane when that all happened, and like because of that we had a really hard time getting as much as we could out of the trade. Two Zonias. That doesn't happen a lot of times. And Karthus doesn't have his ulti. Actually, no one has anything here. Wow, I fucking hate the silence. Okay, well, we might get a turret for that. Maybe if they don't get back in time. We might lose a turret also though. This is turning into the fucking weirdest game I've ever played. Holy shit. Holy shit! Come, there we go, there's one at least. But almost got another one. And they actually ended up not getting Baron, so that's good for us. But yeah, the silence on Talon is pretty annoying. And I'm actually gonna go for Zonias now. Like, you notice how Karthus and Morgana had Zonias and they were basically unaffected by everything that the other team threw at them. That's what I want to have happen to me. Ezreal shouldn't have come bot. He should have just tried grouping with the team since I have teleport and he doesn't. And then I'm just gonna try to push this lane up. Okay, I actually want a base now because I'm not sure if they would be coming down here or not. But if I back and just kind of group with them now that we have one lane pushing at least. And the really important thing about the lane that I decided to push is that the lane that I decided to push was the one that we don't have an inhibitor in. So we don't really have to worry about super minions for a while. I want that wall. Okay, well Karthus went he needed a blue buff in that case, I guess. And I don't know where Pantheon just ulted to. Right? He did just ult away. Oh yeah, he ulted bot. Okay. Karthus does have ulti, so maybe you can go after this, because Mundo already used his ultimate. So you might be able to get a triple kill here. But it's going to be really hard. Okay. Sorry, I had to do something. I pinged that because Lucian is currently bot lane. Lucian was bot lane. He can't get more than that. The thing is, Morgana can't kill Talon. Actually, I don't think any of us can kill Talon. But Talon had no minions. I'm gonna take care of bot lane again, because I think I pushed the fastest without losing any mana. Like, Karthus can push fast too, but he loses a lot of mana. And I think we can just end it right here. And then I think that's an ace, right? Cool. Then we can just end it. Alright, GG.